We here.
That was a moment of silence for everybody. We steer
you in the right direction. Welcome to another episode of the Grossi Perna Show. Tom Grossi, Brandon Perna, and this is GPS.
Oh.
This is a moment of silence for people who are going to have to watch the Broncos offense on Christmas Day. I'm not wrong. Like, that's the thing. You can't even be mad. I'm not wrong.
Baker Mayfield, Russell Wilson. We got a showdown now. We're going to get a show. It's going to be the best game of the season.
They're going to be like, guys, we release the slime cannons every single time there's a touchdown. No slime this year. No slime this year.
Let me tell you. Aaron Donald, not going to play. Jalen Ramsey, going to have diarrhea. Broncos going off on Christmas. Russell Wilson, MVP winner, going to change everything.
Oh, no, he probably will win MVP. Him or Baker, just because of the trolling.
Kids don't know how to troll.
Buddy, we gave it to Mitch Trubisky.
Yeah, well, that wasn't a troll job. That was just dumb, earnest kids.
Okay. All right. You say tomato. I say Russell Wilson.
Sean McVay is going to resurrect Baker Mayfield like Brendan Fraser did to mummies.
Oh.
Great
franchise.
Didn't see that one coming, did you?
I never get a good mummy joke for Brendan Fraser, so that's good. That's good. Yeah, so the big news, obviously, today is that yesterday, Baker Mayfield claimed off waivers. There was all the jokes that he was going to go to the 49ers. And I even said in the every NFL fans reaction that the Rams were just going to claim him and hope that he could play defense too, Thomas of Nostra. But that happens, and we're going to kind of break down the craziness that's going to be associated with it. You know, does this make the Rams significantly better? Because, of course, Oswaldo, happy birthday. Like, does that make them a better football team, considering Matthew Stafford, he's going to be out for the year, right? They're still missing Cooper Kupp, right? And you're having guys like drop. Their defense is apparently not good anymore. It's just, yeah.
It's interesting. I like this move.
Okay.
One, we know Sean McVay really likes Baker Mayfield. He was interested in him when they were pondering the idea of moving on from Jared Goff, but, you know, Baker Mayfield was not available at that time. And I think it's important to have a coach who wants you to be his quarterback and also is a good offensive coach. So if anything, if Baker Mayfield can string together some good games and show like, hey, I can play good football with a respectable offensive play caller helping me. Maybe he actually gets another chance somewhere because
will his offensive line keep him alive?
Offensive line gonna be tough.
It didn't keep Matthew Stafford alive.
Hey, but like two things. One, like if he can play well, he has the option. Obviously, maybe a team says, oh, he's got some football left in him, because like 2 weeks ago, I said his career's dead. No chance to start. He's going to be a backup somewhere. But even if just the Rams like him and they bring him back to be a backup next year with Stafford, I think that's beneficial. And right now you got to question, one, Stafford's health and durability. Two, if he's even going to come back and play next year. So
you have no idea.
I think you have nothing to lose if you're Baker Mayfield. You have nothing to lose if you're the Rams by bringing him in. So it's a situation where I don't expect, Baker Mayfield's not going to become, a top 10 QB again. Nothing crazy, but like this is the best situation that could have happened for Baker outside of going to San Francisco and them going, okay, you're going to start until Jimmy G comes. And he plays really well with a great offensive line, a lot of weapons, and the number one defense.
I hear you. I think my concerns are the offensive line, because I think it's gonna be tough for any QB to play behind that. There's potential he starts on Thursday. They were saying that they sent him over the playbook like for the plane.
That's a little crazy.
That's a little, but like I think that's how desperate they are. Like Wolford's not good, so they're just like, we need somebody back there. So the offensive line, the lack of weapons right now, I think is a concern. So like I don't think it's like the best. I don't think it's the best situation for him to succeed, but it's better than riding the bench in Carolina. So
that's funny.
Yeah. OBJ's not. Well,
OBJ not going.
Oh my God, that's news too. But I think the happiest person by far has to be Christian McCaffrey. The fact that he left Carolina and he's like, "Goodbye, Baker. I never have to see you again." And there was the potential that Baker Mayfield was going to follow him across the country like a snail.
I don't think McCaffrey's that bitter, guys. I don't. I think he's got a nice big heart. Loving, accepting heart. Here's the real storyline, okay? Because the Rams got nothing to play for, right?
Yeah.
And that's fine. They won a Super Bowl. The Detroit Lions have their draft pick, which is now what, 4th pick?
It's like 3 or 4, yeah.
So, in a fun turn of events, instead of the Rams being the F them picks team, they are still the F them picks team, but they're trying to F the pick for the Lions. That's what they got to play for. Like, same thing the Broncos got to play for. But
listen, I'm a Rams fan now. Like, let's go Rams.
I'm not.
Let's go.
Wow, man, I'm a little torn. I want the Lions to have the number 2 pick by the end.
I heard you made some curses yesterday, Brennan. We'll get into your power rankings, but I heard there was some
curse.
There's some
broke a curse.
I'm pretty sure there was some.
You're welcome, Detroit. When shit gets better for the Lions forever, listen, you better come back and subscribe to my channel. Detroit.
You know how I know that the Lions were cursed because you wore their shirt yesterday? Is because Kirsten is in the mod chat and goes, "Well, GG's, congratulations on the division, Vikings." So yeah, the curse is real. The curse is real. Kittens,
Cosmo,
and Cyrus. That's awesome. That's you also, speaking of the Broncos, you released somebody, right? Didn't you release your safety?
Yeah, some guy. Nobody of significance, Tom.
Oh, I thought you released a safety.
Yeah, the old safety.
The old guy?
The old guy.
He was on his last legs. Oh, that's not good. Perna, why would you do that?
What?
Why? LQ's going to be at the game and you curse the Lions. That's not right.
It's not a curse. You can't curse the most cursed franchise in the NFL.
Buddy, you wore a Bills shirt. They lost. You wore a Dolphin shirt. They lost. Now you want a Lions shirt.
Detroit Rock City, baby.
I'm just saying. But yeah, so I agree, though. I mean, the Rams basically are playing for nothing. The 49ers didn't even put a waiver in, though. I think that's important, too. Like, that was a really strong narrative, him going. Like, I made, like, a little short, like, kind of joking around if he went to San Francisco. But, yeah, they didn't even put in a claim for him. And it also would have been tough because they were really far down on the waiver wire. So they likely were not going to get him. But I think for Baker Mayfield, like, maybe the only other, like, place that could have been beneficial would be, like, Indianapolis. But that's it. You know what I mean? But I mean, it's kind of like, do you want to get hit in the nuts or in the throat?
Yeah. It was safety Anthony Harris is who they released.
Yeah. Did you not know?
No, I did. I just couldn't remember.
I guess you didn't do too much.
Yeah, I mean, Anthony Harris obviously played with Minnesota, but like it's not like he was out there as a starting safety. You know what I mean? We got Kareem Jackson and Justin Simmons. And I'm sure this is a move with Caden Stearns probably getting healthy or somebody's, I don't remember, but.
Well, speaking of wearing shirts, no, you know the shirt that Brandon should have worn? A Tampa Bay Buccaneers shirt. That's what you should have worn. You know why, boy. Brandon? Because now, even though it's Wednesday and it happened all the way at Monday night, it's Tom Brady.
He still sucks. He still sucks.
Tom Brady. Oh, what a comeback again. Tom Brady, the legend.
The only thing I learned from that game is the Saints are shittier than Tom Brady. Ooh. I knew it was going to happen too. I watched a lot of that game.
You just watched them implode.
And then I was like, okay,
it's
New
done.
Orleans. You just gotta score a field goal.
That's it.
Boom.
And punted it away. I'm like 4th and 1. And I'm like, you cowards. Like, and then you had, what was it, Ingram, who caught it and there was space in front of him and he ran out of bounds right before the first down marker. So it was 3rd and 1 and they never got 4th. It was so bad.
Yeah.
It was so
Brady
bad.
sucked for 55 minutes of that game.
That's accurate. Yeah.
I was ready to tweet.
Drive.
I was
First
ready
drive
to tweet something about the Buccaneers offense being shittier than the Broncos offense. And I was like, no. There's 5 minutes. There's 6 minutes left in this game. I was like, just wait it out. You know that this can. I was like, they could just a field goal there. The tweet's not as funny. So I waited it out and I was like, dang, they're going to win this game.
Dude, as soon as they score the first touchdown, you're like, it's done. It's done. Like, you know what's going to happen. You've seen it a million times. Like, it was just, dude, people need to get fired. Like, they need to get fired over on the Saints. And I know Saints fans have been clamoring for that to happen, but like, they need people to go because like that was bad. That was pitiful. And I mean, like, listen, I'm sorry. Taysom Hill is like the most explosive option you have at QB. I mean, he caught a touchdown on Monday night, but why not? Like, just utilize him more.
Here's another thing that the Saints, I don't know if people need to get fired. They missed plays. They missed out on opportunities to score, and those are just your players. There was a dropped pass that would have been a touchdown. There was another dropped, it would have been a one-handed grab, but Dalton was dealing. Like he was for the first half. The reason they didn't score more points was just flat out missed opportunities. So like,
but that's what I mean. Like some of the play calls were also horrendous. Like I understand like the players not executing and what have you.
I mean, my bar's been set so low. I'm like, hey guys, Saints,
you guys scored like double-digit points
over there. How many points did they score?
So unfortunately, I've streamed every primetime Saints game, so that's why Saints fans are not happy with me because apparently I'm cursing the Saints. But yeah, no, like you just see this happen over and over and over and over again. And I mean, like they choked away the Vikings game in London too, right? I mean, that was earlier in the season, but you know, they just can't finish games.
The real question is, why haven't they just forced Alvin Kamara to take his suspension? Like he's playing for nothing right now. Just get the suspension over with.
Yeah.
You know what's not suspended?
You tell me, buddy.
DraftKings Sportsbook.
Oh.
Has not been suspended by anyone. Why? Because it's good. Why? Because you love DraftKings. And our code GPS, our link below, if you're going to sign up with DraftKings, which, by the way, is an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Again, as I said, they are not suspended from the NFL. They've got a deal for new customers. And if you want to win $150 in free bets, all new customers, all you need to do is sign up for DraftKings with our code GPS, bet at least $5 on any pregame money line wager. And if your bet hits, you're going to get 150 in free bets. Well, let me tell you, you want to take a secure money line wager? Why don't you look at a certain team from Colorado who's facing a certain team from the great states of Kansas and Missouri this weekend?
The Rockies?
Go Rockies!
The Avalanche.
They're a little hurt right now.
The Avalanche?
Yeah, they're getting some injuries to key guys. So it looks like the Broncos injury plague is even transmitting to hockey.
Is it their
which you can bet on with DraftKings Sportsbook. It's safe, it's secure, it's reliable. You can deposit and withdraw your cash whenever you want. 2:23 a.m. You got to run to the toilet because you ate something bad. You're sitting there like, okay, I'm not going anywhere for a while. Oh, I've got some money at DraftKings. Let me withdraw it right now. You can do it at that exact time. Again, GPS, link in the description. Sign up for DraftKings. New customers, bet at least $5 on any moneyline wager. If that bet hits, you get $150 in free bets.
I love how we could just summarize that and go, DraftKings, pull out your money while you're taking a dump.
Boom.
But only when you're going to be there a while.
I got off a phone call with DraftKings earlier this morning, and they're like, could you talk about taking a shit more often during our ad reads? I said, yeah, baby, I can.
Like, that's why we're giving you some money.
They're like, what other bodily functions can you throw in there? I was like, whoa, don't
like, oh,
poke
buddy.
the bear. Don't do it, DraftKings.
There you go. There you go. Emma.
And that was my call with the president of the company.
Oh.
Ooh, man.
Feel better.
Get better, Emma.
So, yeah, that was the big news that was coming out of with Baker Mayfield and all that great, wonderful stuff.
Yeah. Also big news, Jimmy G went to some real doctors, not those NFL hacks. And they're like, dude, you don't even need foot surgery. What the hell?
Buddy, you broke your arm.
And Jimmy's like, I knew the Niners didn't want me. I knew it. The 49ers want Garoppolo gone so bad. They told him he broke his foot and nothing was wrong.
Yep. There's
no, he didn't tear any ligaments. So there's no Liz Frank injury. No Beth Franklin, no Carrie Macklin. His foot is good. It's just a broken bone.
I would say it's not good. It's broken.
It's a broken bone in his foot.
So he actually could return that. They said like a 7 to 8 week timeline, which is like, hey, theoretically around playoff time, I mean, they're still probably going to be favored to win the division. You know, I think that they could do fine with Purdy. It's just them against the Seahawks, and the Seahawks defense has looked poor. And the 49ers defense, like, you could just ride that baby right into town and just be like, yep, we can go to the playoffs just with that. Because I think they could beat a lot of people with that defense.
Yeah. So my question is, if you got Brock Purdy playing well, right? Let's say he just lights it up, and they're going into the postseason with some momentum, and Jimmy G is healthy. What do you do if you're the 49ers?
I think they'd still put Jimmy G in. I think they would just because. So, I mean, at this point, Purdy's going to start 5 games?
Yeah. Oh, he's going to start him.
I mean, maybe just make that decision as it comes. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like Shanahan.
No, make it now. Decide now, Kyle Shanahan.
Very like by the book, like sticks with what works. And I think with Jimmy G, it worked. But
yeah,
I mean, maybe if Brock is like slinging it around. I mean, I don't know how much he's going to sling it, but like if he's leading an efficient offense that's scoring like a couple touchdowns a game and the defense is doing what it's doing, they might leave him in.
How many screen passes can you throw to Christian McCaffrey and Deebo Samuel? I could succeed in the 49ers offense, honestly, with screen passes alone. Yeah, so bones heal in 2 months. This would be a great time for Milk to come back and use Jimmy Garoppolo for the Milk Does a Body Good campaign. Let's get that bone healing quickly. Oh my God. I want to see Garoppolo guzzling milk with the milk mustache and pictures of his foot as it heals. Woo! Tom, somebody get a bucket of water because it is getting hot down here.
You just want to see Jimmy G with a milk mustache. That's what it is.
Yeah.
And his mangled foot. Just like show it to me, Jimmy.
The good thing about Jimmy Garoppolo's injury, the silver lining, is we learned Brock Purdy has a nickname, and it is.
Oh God!
It's Big Cock Brock, Tom.
Which I think, honestly, dude, like you should look into suing because
I saw George Kittle confirm it on Twitter. BCB. He just responded BCB. And then I was like, whoa, I didn't know any of this.
Yep.
So he's got 2 paths, Brock Purdy, at this point, Tom.
Uh-huh.
The path of Nick Foles or the path of Drew Lock.
Big
Dick Nick or Scott Glock. Which path is he going to go down? I'm leaning towards Brock Purdy becoming Super Bowl MVP. So.
If he wins, he immediately needs to do a Viagra sponsorship. Immediately.
Oh my God, yes.
That has to be, or extends. One or the other. Get that Viagra money, Brock.
Brock Purdy. He's the kind of quarterback who can extend more than a play.
Someone asked, did he earn that nickname? I mean, they're in the locker room with him. So
I don't know, man.
I can't attest to it. I can't, but
I have yet to see any visual evidence.
That's what Kittle's just confirmed. He's like, no, it's
gross. It is disgusting.
It is a medical ailment.
I honestly don't even know how he runs with that thing.
Knock out a kneecap with that. Anyway, yeah, I mean, listen, I think he is in the perfect offense to succeed. Like the perfect offense. Because we talked about this Jimmy G. He doesn't have to do much. Like he just has to be efficient. That's it. And I think he can be. So why not? I mean, they have so many superstars, dude. They could do like end arounds with every wide receiver that they have. They have the running back. Like they could just make it happen. So they should be fine. I'm not worried about the 49ers too much. Again, my concern is going to be like when they go up against a team like the Eagles, are they going to be able to slow down that offense like they did the Dolphins?
Ooh, good question. I don't think so.
I think that's going to kind of be like that's probably going to be one of the best games of the playoffs if it happens.
Eagles, Niners?
Yeah, like that could be an NFC championship game.
Yeah. Because the Eagles, I mean, the Dolphins, the thing that really hurt them is they could not run the ball against San Francisco.
Correct.
And they've only been able to run the ball like twice this entire season. So what's gotten a little bit lost in the Dolphins offense is their inability to lean on the run when they kind of need to. So
it's going to be fun.
Got to be able to run the football sometimes.
Listen,
trust me, would have saved my season. You wanted to talk about OBJ for some reason?
Yes, I did want to talk about OBJ. So there's stories coming out from yesterday saying that
that's a B for that B, an OBJ.
So there's stories coming out yesterday that OBJ, apparently the Cowboys are concerned that OBJ is not even going to be ready for the playoffs. And hold on. Oh my God. That was my shocked face because every single person who asked, should the Packers sign OBJ? They haven't done it in weeks because the Packers haven't been good. But yeah, no crap. And we've talked about that here on GPS, right? It'd just be like, we don't know when he's going to be ready.
Yeah.
He was like that big free agent that was going to come in the offseason. And we're like, nope, probably not going to get signed until like, he's healthy and back, which is what's going to happen. But like now he might not even be back for the playoffs.
I mean, it's his second ACL injury. It's one thing to come back from the first one quickly, but he hurt it in the Super Bowl. So coming back from your ACL injury, the normal time frame is a year, at least a year. Every now and then you get some freak show like Adrian Peterson or even Cam Akers last year where it was his Achilles, but he came back very soon from that. And there are different positions you can probably get away with it, but wide receiver you're cutting almost every play. And that's where you're testing the durability of your ACL, like to get that explosiveness back. Even if you were ready, he's not going to be the same guy for a little bit. So, it is not a surprise. And I feel like OBJ, more than any player in recent memory, has gotten so much credit for past work.
Oh, dude.
And it's his celebrity that like makes him a story all the time too. And don't get me wrong, he came in and played well for the Rams last year. He was really important to their Super Bowl run. Was having a great game until he did tear his ACL. But yeah, the one-handed catch I feel like has propelled him to, let's sign OBJ and save our teams. Like, dude,
he was also in the New York market, right? So like he had all the publicity. He goes to the Browns and like he has like, what was it, like one good season, I want to say, because then the narrative shifted. It was like, oh, it's Baker Mayfield who's the problem, which, I mean, maybe he's not wrong because we've seen how Baker Mayfield plays. But like he wasn't getting a lot of targets, and then he eventually, the whole thing happens that it does, and then he goes to the Rams. He's quiet for the first couple of weeks, and then especially during the playoffs, he kind of goes off. So I feel like it kind of just makes that legend bigger and be like, oh, it wasn't OBJ's fault, right? It was the quarterback. It was what have you. So, yeah, I think there's a few things. And listen, I think he could do really well on the Cowboys with all the weapons that they have. Like, he definitely could be another factor. Like, you have Gallup, you already have CD Lamb, you have Noah Brown. Like, throwing him in there would make, like, elevate that receiving core as a whole because they have to give more attention to him. But yeah, I don't know if he's even gonna be like, this has been such a non-story, and like this is why I like hated talking about it all season, because I'm like, we don't even know if he's healthy. Like, who cares? Like, unless some doctor's like, yep, he's ready to play football, then like it's just all like, meh.
Send him to Jimmy Garoppolo's doctors. That's what I say.
There you
go. Oh, you need 2 months to heal from your ACL? Nah. You could go in tomorrow, Odell. He would be great in Buffalo too. It's pretty easy if like you're a pretty good receiver and you go to a football team that's already showcasing a competent and good offense with good quarterbacks. You're probably going to be good there. And Buffalo, like, they've got Diggs and Gabe Davis. We were all very high on Gabe Davis, but it feels like Gabe Davis kind of disappears for stretches. It's like you don't hear anything, and then he's got like 3 touchdowns in a game on like 4 catches. So like maybe Buffalo could use a little bit of that like a true number 2 receiver there. Sure. But yeah, Dallas, Buffalo, and maybe those teams consider him more like after December. See where he's at with another month of rehabbing the knee and get some more injections in there. I don't know what you're injecting, but you need injections.
Chicken. January 8th. Yeah, I mean, like that's when that's like the final Sunday of the season for the regular season. So like they have a full month left to go. And especially, the Bills right now are the number 1 overall seed.
Jack Del Rio said my NFL season ends January 6th.
January 8th. 8th.
Yeah, but Jack Del Rio said.
I know.
Sorry. Anyway.
Yep. I saw it on your face. I literally just saw the.
I like living in the past. I like never letting something die.
That's good. That's good.
Okay.
Speaking of, let's talk about power rankings, buddy. Let's.
Oh my God. Yes. I forgot we had to do that.
Let's get into it. Let's go.
Oh wait, I got to add it. Hold on.
You got so excited, then you're like, never mind, we're not ready.
Your power rankings are stupid, is what I'm going to say, Dom.
Oh, yeah? Oh, boy. How many do you have this week? Perna, what is that?
Okay. Well, I got 13 with the tie between Washington
so that's 14, Brandon. It's 14.
No, it's 13.
You have 14 teams on there.
No. I mean, technically, yes. But there's 13. I had to, because if the Commanders and the Giants want to share a score, they can share number 13.
You don't have to.
And the fact that you put Washington above the Giants after a tie.
Yeah.
After a tie?
I believe in them more still. Literally, the Commanders didn't move. They just didn't move from week to week.
Whoa. And the Titans, you left the Titans in there?
Yeah, because, like, there's
what a bunch of fraudsters.
I mean, they beat our teams. I mean, they did.
Don't like those two.
Okay, yes. So, here, oh my God.
Last question.
Yeah.
How much did it hurt to put the Cowboys at 2?
Oh my God, it killed me. But like, again, like they were dominant.
Yeah.
So we have 1 and 3 the same. So here's the issue that I had. And again, I know that you did put the Raiders in at 11.
Yeah.
You put the Seahawks in there and they struggled against the Rams.
But they won. Struggle.
And the Commanders didn't lose. Just saying.
A tie is like a loss.
Just saying. Okay, listen. We have our number 1s the same. We have our number 3s the same. Right?
Yeah.
So
Eagles, they earned it. Sure.
Yep. So here's the issue that I ran into this week. And I know that you said, thought process for the power rankings. it goes places, right? It goes into dark places. But
sure.
Thinking this out, I was like, oh crap. There's some teams that looked really good this week, or there's some teams that are stringing some wins together. And so, like the Vikings, for example, they won, but they dropped down for me because I was like, well, I like these teams better. Like the Dolphins, I still like over the Vikings, even though just because they've been more consistent. They had one bad game, and the Vikings almost lost to the Jets. Then again, they still won, but like that was the thing that I started struggling with. Like the 49ers, right? QB is a big problem for me.
Yes.
But they still, with that QB, were able to beat one of the better teams in the league in the Dolphins. So then they rank ahead of the Dolphins. You know what I mean? Like I struggled with that this week because it seems like it was a mix of, okay, a team may have won or they may have pulled out like a close win or they had like a loss. But now they're starting, like the Bengals, for example, like they're on a 4-game win streak. The 49ers are on a 5-game win streak. The Cowboys are on a 3-game win streak as the Eagles. So
based on that logic, where the hell are the Lions?
They're close to 10. They're close to 10. If they beat the Vikings, they're in the top 10.
What a game this week. Vikings, Lions.
Yep.
Okay. I understand all of those logical reasonings.
So like the Chiefs, for example, like I dropped them down to 5, which is a big drop, but the Bengals just beat them. So I think they deserve to be up there. The Bills had a really big win and they beat the Chiefs. The Cowboys were dominant and the Eagles looked like the best team in football. Like that was my logic behind it.
Yeah. I had the Chiefs at 1 last week. Bengals beat them. So that's why I popped the Bengals up to 2. Bengals have done it without Joe Mixon. Also impressive. I like what their defense is putting together. It was hard to not put the Cowboys higher, but I think the issue with Dallas, and it was the knock on Philadelphia for most of the season, is I think if the Cowboys play a team like Buffalo or Kansas City or Cincinnati, I don't know if they actually win. I just want to see them play a team of that caliber. They did throttle the Vikings, but I don't trust Minnesota.
I don't either. I don't trust them.
I don't trust them. And it's hard to say that because they keep finding ways to win. And that's what really makes good football teams is doesn't have to be pretty, but you find ways to win.
But I've been saying this for weeks. They remind me of like the 2019 Packers. Like that they're just like, they shouldn't be winning these games. They are. And they made all the way NFC Championship game and then got blown out by the 49ers. They remind me of that team so much. So much. Their defense is not good. It's not.
That's what's scary, okay? Yeah. Because you said the Packers, well, the Broncos in 2015, the Super Bowl run year, was like, they shouldn't be winning some of these games. But you're like, but the defense is insane. Yeah. Like the defense is really good, and that's what holds up in the postseason.
Correct.
The Vikings are winning games. You're like, I think their defense is pretty bad at times. And that should scare you if you're a Vikings fan, because their offense doesn't consistently like light opponents up. And they kind of should. There's not an excuse there, especially with Jalen Reagor.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I think like every week for Vikings fans is like just suffering and pain, and you're winning. It's just like it is pure panic every single Sunday. I got
Bills are in first place in the AFC.
It's a joke because I put them at 7 last week, and I had the
snowflake.
I had the comment there. Oh my god,
snowflake.
Dude! If there's one thing that you watch, Johnny Barks, he made. It was beautiful. Can I, you know what? I'm going to have to show it.
Share it. Just so everybody knows, we started a GPS clips channel.
Yeah, there's an NBA thing on there too.
Well, that video's private too. I don't even know how people are finding it. It's getting recommended and it's unlisted or private.
Hold on.
What? Let me find that. I'm going to put the link to the GPS clips channel. We've got almost 2,000 subs already, Tom.
I know we do. I shared it yesterday too. All right. This is all Johnny Barks, and it was beautiful. So when we introduced the Bills at 3, it was already 7, and then this. Number 7, number 3, you got the Buffalo Bills.
You can't imitate beef. It just tastes better.
That's an Impossible Whopper?
I'm a damn fool.
Bills.
Great. Whoa.
Yep.
Whoa.
Oh, I accidentally removed myself instead of the video.
I got scared.
It was great. It was great. Well done, Johnny Barks. That's why we love him.
Yeah, you beat Cincy without Dak back before Cincy had found their groove.
Yes, they're a different team. Like the Bengals, I had talked about the consistency, and they seem to have locked it. Again, the one thing I do not trust on that team is Zach Taylor. That's the only reservation I have because their defense has been playing well. Their defense has been low-key good for the past few weeks now. P. Ryan has been holding it down, as we talked about. When Mixon comes back, like that's going to be really good. Jamar Chase looked good in his first game back. So like the Bengals could be a sneaky team that could really start rising up the ranks and could do some damage in the playoffs, especially if their defense continues to be good.
Yeah. Somebody just asked where the Jets were. You think I'll put the Jets on there? Mike White could not beat the Vikings. You lost 2 of 3, 1 to the Patriots. What have the Patriots done since then? Lose. I love your defense, New York, but you play Buffalo this week. Beat the Bills, Jets. Beat them again.
Chaos.
We'll see what happens. I ain't got anything against the Jets, but I need Mike White to show he's not just a one-hit wonder every season, which is kind of a superpower. Like you got a backup QB, if you just insert him for one game, he's going to go off. You just got to figure out when you're going to actually use him.
Yeah.
Plus, Robert Saleh's out here saying like we might start Zach Wilson again this season. What?
I'm not surprised about that at all, though. I mean, like Mike White didn't play really great. Obviously there's drop touchdowns and stuff.
Still played better than freaking Wilson.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I think it was also like a humbling thing. The guy wasn't playing well, but it was also like, all right, sit your ass down on the bench then. I don't care.
I go to Joe Flacco before I go to Zach Wilson.
All right.
You cannot spell Joe Flacco without the word elite. So put him in Robert Saleh. You can't spell elite without Robert Saleh, Jets winning success.
No, there's no H.
Saleh's in there.
No. Didn't you say you can't spell Robert Saleh without?
No, you can't spell elite.
Oh.
Saleh, Jets winning time football.
Oh, okay.
Got all the letters somewhere.
There. Yep. Yes, you did.
If you want to commit suicide on the season, start Zach Wilson. NFL suicide, football suicide. That's what starting Zach Wilson is.
Where did that come from?
It's killing your season if you go to Zach Wilson, is what I'm saying.
Oh my God.
It's NFL suicide. That's what it is.
Oh my God. Okay. All right. I was like, where is this going?
Not real life. That.
Then he censors himself and goes, that. Okay.
That.
Like, if you want to commit NFL Sabuku,
wait, is that the game with all the numbers?
Yep. And a sword.
Sudoku.
Perna, don't you have... I honestly thought you were going into a DraftKings read from that.
Hey, I ain't that crazy.
I was like, damn, that's his biggest swing yet. We went from
stack
diarrhea.
that bank account. If you want to play Sudoku with your parlays,
just gonna go ahead and demonetize this video already.
DraftKings Sportsbook, link in the description. Code GPS right now. New customers, all right? Make at least a $5 bet on any pregame money line wager. If your bet hits, you get $150 in free bets if you win. I'm recommending taking the money line wager on the team from Missouri. the team from Kansas to beat the team from Colorado. Okay? That's your locked on bet. That is your let me get that free $150 in free bets because I know my team. And DraftKings is an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Safe, secure, reliable. You put your money in, you take it out whenever you want, unless, of course, you lose it. So be smart, be safe. Download the app. New customers, $5 pregame moneyline wager, $100, $150 in free bets if it wins. Insane.
Good job, buddy. Good job. I can't. Okay, are we done talking about power rankings?
Let me see.
All right, so let's see here. All right, so you dropped. So even though the 49ers beat the Dolphins, you're saying Dolphins still above the 49ers?
Yeah, it's just a quarterback
Just the
question
quarterback.
mark.
Okay. I could justify that. That's totally fine. That's totally fine. Okay.
Let's talk about those Detroit Lions, though. Is there a team as hot as the Lions right now? Best red zone offense in the NFL, the Detroit Lions. Edging out the Eagles by 0.1% scoring efficiency. I think they have like 34 red zone touchdowns.
Sounds about right.
DeAndre Swift getting healthy, looking elusive.
Jamal Williams. That's the perfect backfield though. Like it's so good. It's just like Jamal Williams, just a battering ram. And then, you could get explosive plays from Swift.
And then you got the Sun God. You got the emergence of DJ Chark. And maybe Jamison Williams comes in. And how you stopping that three-headed monster? All Jared Goff has to do is play a little bit better than Jimmy G, and that Lions offense is a cooking. Plus, their defense is getting better. Okay? Slowly but surely.
Oh, that's true. That's crazy. They still have the best offense, and like they're in the red zone, and they got shut out by the Patriots. That's true. That's true. Crush it, Sir Random.
There you go.
Get it.
I hope my interview for your paper got you a C-. Because I don't think I gave you a lot of good info.
Okay.
And I wanted to talk about James Houston, the most defensive player in the history of the game. James Houston, Tom?
You got a robot, and his name is Brandon Perna. He's just looking to love somebody. Oh, he's back.
I said, do you know about James Houston, Tom?
I do, yes.
The most efficient player in NFL history on defense.
I wouldn't go that hard.
17 snaps this season for one James Houston.
Yeah, he's crushing it for them on third down. Yep.
3 sacks.
Yep.
Danny Campbell. Let's see what happens if you play him a full game. Are you scared to have 20 sacks in a game, Dan Campbell?
But I think
he's based on his production.
Rotational guy that's like really good.
I don't care.
Okay.
He's played in 2 games. He played 5 snaps in his debut. 2 sacks. Okay? Give him 30 snaps. You're going to get 15 sacks.
Sounds like Devontae Wyatt
10.
for us.
Maybe 10. But would you like 10 sacks in a game? I think you might. Next to Aiden Hutchinson, leading all rookies in pressures. What would you know about pressure? Well, Aiden Hutchinson knows. So I am high as a kite on the Detroit Lions.
I know, and that's why you curse them.
No, you can't curse a curse. You can only lift it.
That's not true, and you know it. You're a Broncos fan. You should know. You should
curse a curse,
buddy. Come on now.
Hold on. I wanted to look up the cute little Jacksonville Jaguars. Okay. Trayvon Walker, 28 total pressures this season.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So, yes, he is trailing him by a few.
Okay. I mean,
yeah, because that's something people are going to watch, obviously.
Oh, yeah, to see if that was the right move. And listen, the defensive line has been garbage for the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's been bad this season. They're just like not showing up.
No.
So, yeah, I would say. Do you want to talk about some games?
Yeah, should we tell people that we're not going to be here Friday?
Yeah, so Friday, I had a death in the family, so unable to attend GP. I mean, we could do it later. We could.
We'll skip it Friday.
Okay. So yeah, I know we're only going to be able to navigate you 2 times. So just stay like in the general vicinity until Monday, because we don't want you to get off course. We don't want you to, like walk into, a light pole or like get lost.
Find a recliner. Yep. Get your supply of food for the weekend, a bedpan, TV.
Yep.
And just do not move.
Don't move.
Do not move. Don't walk. Don't go to the kitchen. Don't just.
Dude, I ain't in the kitchen. You can navigate yourself, and you're in the boiler room, and you're like, "How did I get here?"
Knives are in the kitchen.
There's
tripping hazards. It's danger. It's the most dangerous room in the home.
It is. So
don't fact check that.
You've got like 14 more minutes, and then you're not going to be navigated for a little bit now. So, just saying. Yes. So let's talk about some Week 14 games. You got tomorrow's game, which is Rams and Raiders. Nope. Yep.
Hey,
yeah.
I mean, Raiders are they're going to win 4 in a row, I think.
I think so too.
Actually, this is set up for the Raiders to lose. It really is. Just as I start to humbly admit
a little bit,
they're a good football team right now. Short week, going on the road to LA. Seems like they're about to get smacked in the mouth. I don't know if Jalen Ramsey can contain Devontae Adams.
Couldn't do it against DK Metcalf last week.
Yeah, I do know Devontae Adams' last 9 touchdowns have all been for 25 yards or more. That's what we call big play receiver. Big play.
Oh, yeah, that can be absolutely a conversation, because good God. Yeah, we totally forgot about that. They fired their GM yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Like that. Listen, it's in the videos, like in the South series. I really mean it. No one cares about the Titans. I mean that in the nicest way. Like, I like Mike Vrabel a lot. They know Derrick Henry and stuff. But like the national media just does not care about the Titans in any way, shape, or form.
And GMs getting fired, it's not sexy like a head coach either. It's like, who cares?
But like it goes into, like, I made the joke. It's like, but that was back in April. You trade AJ Brown. Like, did AJ Brown literally just go, hey, like, I'm just letting you know, like, you're not going to have a job anymore because I'm going to be so good.
Yeah. They had to see it. They had to see how bad the pick was. Oh, you're going to be at the game, Guillermo? Send us some footage. Take a little, show us what the SoFi Stadium bathrooms look like. I want some video of the SoFi toilets, Guillermo. Don't let me down. And don't blur anything out, if you know what I mean. What? Yeah. DK did have his way with Jalen Ramsey.
I just wanted to sit out there. Yeah, so they fire their GM. They're winning their division. They have a winning record. And they're just like, yeah, bye. Like, so, yeah. Like, I'm curious if, like, it was something else. Like, that there's, or, because could it really be, it's just like, listen, these trades were just, like, that bad. We saw it on full display on Sunday. Because otherwise, it, like, doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Because what's the GM going to even do right now? Because, I mean, listen, you're putting together the roster 365 days a year. But, like, free agency ain't over here. Like, they're not going to be able to make any trades until the end of the season. I don't know. It just seems like the timing is super, super weird.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it gives them a little more time, other GMs, to think about it as a destination, I guess.
Like, that's what I mean. It's just odd. And again, you do keep, like, Todd Downing, who shouldn't be on the team anymore. I don't know. It's just a weird move for that. And, like, Vrabel, I think, really is, like, holding that organization together right now.
Probably. And it's like, I guess Is it the GM or is it a cheap ass owner who doesn't want to pay to keep guys like AJ Brown? Like, to me, if you are
I think so too, Josh.
too stupid to keep, I don't know, an AJ Brown, a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams,
I knew it was coming up.
you should
I
be
was
fired.
just waiting for it.
You should be fired. I don't think we'll ever see an offseason where 3 receivers of those guys' caliber will move like that. I don't think we appreciate how insane it is that arguably 3 of the 5 best receivers in the league all switch teams. The Chiefs have been fine without Tyreek Hill, although I would argue they probably would be undefeated or maybe have lost 1 game if they had him. Packers, we saw how much Devontae Adams meant to them. The Raiders right now are winning without Renfro and Darren Waller.
Yes.
But is their offense better when you just got to feed Devontae Adams? Like, having those other guys
and
out
Josh
there, does
Jacobs.
that slow you down? And Josh Jacobs, obviously. Like, I don't know. It's
feed the ball to him,
thing.
throw it to Devontae Adams. That's how you win the game. That's it. That's all you have to do. Your Max Crosby gets a few pressures and sacks and have a nice day. Well, I mean, you're talking about that.
That's not good, Eric. Get rid of that wizard.
You know, you want GMs to be fired. I mean, do you also fire the GMs who've made really bad trades?
I don't know what you're talking about.
No?
No. Never. Don't even shut your fucking mouth.
You don't know, Perna? Okay.
We still got time. We got some time for this
got
trade
time
to work out.
Oh, buddy. I had people on Monday asking me if it's going to go down in history like the Herschel Walker trade. And I was like, it could.
Not until Russell Wilson runs for Senate.
Yeah.
Not until he runs for Senate. This is a long play.
It's
I'm worried.
Evangelical country.
Yeah.
Let's pray.
I'm doing a video about Andy Reid and him being the real reason that the Broncos have fallen apart. And while working through that, I realized that the Seahawks have also contributed to the downfall of the Broncos.
You said that they were the enemy and the villain. I've been trying to tell you this for years.
You're right. They are a dangerous franchise.
For
sick.
Years.
They are a sick franchise.
They started Packcast. So if you're sitting there right now and Brandon Perna's chat and you're like, wow, this show would be so much better without the G, blame the Seahawks. Blame the Seahawks.
Wait, they started Packcast?
Packcast, my show, because they beat the Packers in that NFC Championship game, which made me do the first ever reaction video, and that started Packcast.
Wow. So that's a good thing.
Depends on who you talk to.
I'm talking to you.
Oh,
I think it's the best thing that's ever happened to you.
Oh, God,
you should be sending them a Christmas card.
I owe my Packcast life and also the death of my Packers.
Yeah. Well, it's crazy. Like, they gave you a career and they just gave me the best season I've ever had on YouTube.
So maybe we thank the Seahawks?
They gave us everything, but took away everything from our teams. It is horrible.
That's a complicated relationship.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Seattle.
Whoa!
Tommy boy.
With a hundo at 69. Boop, boop, boop. Eggs, milk, butter, whole wheat bread, duct tape, crappy $5 Walmart bargain bin movie, Jif peanut butter, tomatoes, cheese, more cheese, wrap snacks, duct tape, rope, 2004, digital camcorder, applesauce. Don't mind me just using this as a donation as a shopping list. Oh. But see,
let me scroll to 5430 in GPS to remind and pause it so I know what to get at the grocery store.
Yeah. Just the rope and duct tape. I'm sure they're just doing some home improvement.
Yeah. That's
yeah.
Do you go on a list if you buy those two things at the same time?
What kind of milk are we looking at, first of all? And then the second thing is Skippy on sale. Can you just check for me? If you don't mind, Kai, I got you.
Johnny John.
That's for the hundo.
Yes.
And this is for the 69.
You fat with a 3. Yes, I just said that. That is that man's name. Don't tweet at me.
You
Kai,
got it,
crazy.
Kai.
Thank you. And thank you. I'm sure it's a normal list. It's fine. Floating shopping list. That's it. Listen, that's a whole nother level of using our show.
If I'm Walmart right now, sorry, the shopping list got me thinking. And if I'm Walmart, if I'm Rob Walton, and I just watched the team I just purchased play the way they did, I am stocking the facilities at the Denver Broncos offices with 1-ply toilet paper until they start winning. You want to motivate somebody? They're getting Walmart's cheapest 1-ply toilet paper until they win.
Oh, yeah, no, Jif is better. 100%. It is 100% better peanut butter.
I use Kirkland's organic peanut butter.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't realize we were dealing with a high roller here.
I'm a purist. It's actually way cheaper to get it at Costco. Although I think they only sell Skippy.
Detroit's going to be a problem. They're not going to be the younger brother for much longer. It's going to be a problem. It's going to be an issue. Okay. Where were we? We were talking about Thursday Night Football, and then we were talking about dumb GMs, and then we talked about the Texans. Exactly. So do you want to talk about the other games that are going to be there?
Yes.
Who are the Broncos playing? The Chiefs. Oh God.
Kansas City Chiefs.
Do you think you'll actually win? Like you're gonna shock the world?
I do.
I honestly I feel like for how this season is gone, that would be the equivalent of winning the Super Bowl for this year. Like if for one game Rush just goes off and scores like 28 points.
Little Giants, one time. I think the Broncos will lose the rest of the games this season, except for this one. They play the Chiefs the final week of the season, and it might be a game where the Chiefs have nothing to play for, although, they lost in the Bills now. I think they will. So I'm going to take this game as the one that the Broncos sneakily win.
Okay.
Why should I believe that? I don't know, man.
It's just chaos, man.
Because it's in Mile High, maybe. Because even most of the games in this dreaded losing streak to the Chiefs, there've been a lot of close games that the Broncos barely lost. Going back to last year, it was the Melvin Gordon fumble. And that wasn't even Gordon's fault. He got blasted as soon as he's hit. Chiefs return it for a touchdown. Drew Lock rushes for 2. They lose by 4 points. There have been a handful of those games. It's going to be another one.
Kept it close with the Raiders.
They're going to fall our way, and then we're going to lose the rest. So,
but then you're okay with it, right? Because I feel like, why not?
I mean, I would prefer the Broncos to go on a run for one reason. And it's just
doesn't affect your first round
that draft pick for the Seahawks, man. Just that draft pick,
Yep. Oh, so now you just want to cause the Seahawks pain?
Yeah, not even pain. It's just they'll be fine with the 12th overall pick. That's still pretty good.
You helped the Seahawks though. You did create the Legion of Boom.
I didn't create it.
You did.
Pete Carroll and Russell Wilson on a rookie contract and a great couple drafts created it.
Yeah? What happened in those great couple drafts? How'd they get set up like that?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Just saying. I'm just saying. Because,
at
least the Packers have
Seahawks historian.
The Packers have gotten some revenge on the Seahawks because they beat us in that NFC Championship game, and then they lost on the 1-yard line in the Super Bowl 2 weeks later. So, it worked. For a while, there was a stretch. If you beat us in the NFC Championship game, it was going to be bad because the Falcons did too. And then 28-3 happened. And I was like, oh, okay, I like this curse. And then the Buccaneers beat us. And I was like, never mind, curse over.
I just realized it's even worse than I thought because I rooted for the Seahawks to beat the Patriots in that Super Bowl.
Did.
They've let me down at every turn. Oh, $56. Thanks, Christopher. Do you think that given how strong your curse actually is, you rooting for the Broncos is why they've sucked since Manning? Maybe. Go Chiefs. Actually, go friggin' Chiefs. Go Chargers. Go Chiefs. Go Raiders. And I hope the Lions lose. And I hope the Bills lose. And the Bengals will never beat the Chiefs again. Boom.
Poser.
USA.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
USA. Airplane.
There we go. Jeffrey Dahmer.
Oh my God. It's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. Because they opened up as like 1-point favorites against the Vikings too.
They're better than the Vikings right now. Flat out.
They should be a
They're
fun
just
game.
straight up a better football team than the Minnesota Vikings.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Philadelphia Giants. Meh. Lamar Jackson is like week to week is probably not going to play against the Steelers. I actually picked the Steelers to win because I don't believe in the Ravens at all right now. Their offense does not look good. Huntley's fine. Like, he is. And like they were able to at least win against like a very good Broncos defense. But I honestly think the Steelers offense is better than the Broncos offense right now. So
yeah, I'm looking forward to the Niners making Tom Brady look old and just I hope Nick Bosa sacks Tom Brady 7 times. I hope Tom Brady retires mid-game.
Hey, buddy, but what happens when the offense of the 49ers can't do anything their second week with Brock Purdy and they do just enough?
They're going to beat the 49ers will beat the Bucs. Guaranteed.
I hope they do.
Guaranteed. Lock of the week.
Lock of the week?
Lock of
Oh, buddy, you just freaking cursed the 49ers too. And I know you already wanted to do that, but like,
that's a win-win for me. Tom Brady can help me. Tom Brady can actually help the Broncos. That's why he won't win.
Josh Jacobs, they should have paid him. They should have paid him. Should have paid him when they had the chance. Now it's going to cost more. So
Josh Jacobs coming to Denver, baby.
Think so?
Yeah. Be like, look, we're struggling with Russell Wilson. You think you're getting a lot of carries right now with Vegas? How does 50 carries a game sound, buddy? How does 50 carries? You want 200 yards every week? Come to Denver. What offensive line are you going to run behind? We're not even going to give you one of those. You're going to get 60 carries. 70?
If the Vikings win, they win their division too.
Oh, yeah. We should have went over scenarios, huh?
It's fine. The Chiefs can also win their division. And then the Philadelphia Eagles could also clinch a playoff spot. They can't win their division this week, but yeah. Yeah.
We did it though, right?
What?
Are we done?
Sunday Night Football should be pretty good too. Dolphins, Chargers. Be fun.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Forgot about that big timer. As I said in Power Rankings, this game will decide once and for all who is a better quarterback, Tua or Herbert. Whoever wins this game, the other guy just has to take the L and be known as the suck ass.
Oh, okay. The Chargers are bad, man. Like, Justin Herbert's back there, like he's dying. They got no offensive line. Like
poor Herbert's got a bad offensive line. Let's give him some excuses. His receivers are hurt. Broncos do the same thing. F those guys. Russell
Wilson sucks. You said it.
Yeah, well, I'm back on the Russell Wilson's not the worst train.
And what happened today?
Broncos got more injuries than those Chargers.
I think it's between the Raiders and Broncos finishing last. Because I don't know how good Russell Wilson is going to be. Honestly, if everything that you said is correct, but what if Russell Wilson kind of sucks?
He's not going to kind of suck.
I mean, he kind of sucked last year. No, yes, he got injured.
Russell Wilson's, like, I've been patient with him, but he sucks. He doesn't do anything to help this team win football games.
It's never, ever, gonna be let down. Listen, Tom is not right about a ton of things, but every now and then he's right about a couple things. Right about a couple things. Antonio Brown going to Tampa, Russell Wilson sucking. You know, there's just the Lions getting their first win of the season against the Vikings. Every now and then there's just so much Nostradamus. That is. But folks, we appreciate you. Brandon, what do you got coming out today? Well, I'm doing over on the podcast, doing it with Will, so you could go and check out predictions there. Brandon Perna, by the way, a big shout out to co-host and friend Brandon Perna for making trending with his video on Sunday for the first frickin' time, getting on the trending page. I see you, Mr. Brandon Perna, crushing it.
First time ever.
Crushing it.
Hey, YouTube, how about trying to do that more for me, please? Like, it really helped with views. Good God.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we got a podcast later. I might have a short up today, and I've got the Andy Reid video tomorrow. What do you have, Tom?
I thought that was actually an echo. I have predictions coming out later. I'm going to maybe drop a video or a short. I don't know yet. And then tomorrow I'm missing clickbait because I have to go to the wake, but I'm going to try to get a short out too. And I should be back still to stream the game. So, yeah. So, because it starts at 4. So I'm going to try to be there at 4 o'clock and then head on back.
There you go, big guy.
There we
big
go.
Dog, big whoop.
So again, folks, we won't be here on Friday. We'll be back on a Monday.
Yep.
There you go. But folks, thank you so much for watching. I'm Tom Grossi. That's Brandon Perna. This is GPS. And you have been navigated.